Ladies and gentlemen, welcome! Another day, another build, right? We are talking about Throne and Liberty Arena build for Invocator, which is Staff and Wand user, Mage Healer. I will tell you everything about the gear and skill build, including runes, and we will talk about all the situations with different teams in random arena 3 versus 3 fights. My name is PLK. Please subscribe to the channel and like the video if you like the video, and let's go. So let's say we have 3 different situations during the random arena fights. Almost every time you have the wand user on the opposite team, and it could be, first one is when the enemy has Paladin or Templar, which is SNS and wand user, or Stealth Bomber, daggers and wand user. These guys are the best option for ourselves because they are weak as the healers. Sorry, Paladin doesn't have enough mana, he's not so super focused on the heals, he still is a tank, so he has a lot of skills of tanking, not healing. And the Stealth Bombers, they lack the abilities from the staff, like the mana burn, and they lack a lot of really good heals from the bow, so you can deal with them pretty easy. The second option is the same Invocator class like you are, but still you will be better. Because most of the cases Invocator thinking that they are damage dealers. So they have a lot of damage dealing potential, but not a lot of buffs and heals. So you will burn the mana from them and your team will win. And the last ones are the bow users. I mean, these guys are actually better healers than Invocators. So to overcome them, we need to use something that we have and they don't, which is 2 skills with the mana burn and skill heal reduction fireball, right? So first let's start with the build itself. I will super shortly show you the attributes, the gear, and then the skill build, and in the end we will talk about the gear a little bit more deeply. But you will have in the description below the full gear build link. So the main purpose of this build is to be, in this game, in PvP, healers should be as much beefy as possible, with good heals. So after we have runes and fortitude, that's our goal, to have 70 strength and to have 30 fortitude. The wisdom is really important, but our gear are mostly on the perception, which is also good. It's buff duration and range, so that's what we have. It gives us about 20,500 of HP. And with all this fortitude and traits on our gear, we also have a lot of defense. Look, we have 2000 of melee defense, really high range and magic defense, and we have endurance. I'm focusing endurance for the melee because great sword users are really heavy on us, and unfortunately my gear doesn't allow me to stack up ranged endurance, so it's magic. Regarding the gear, we will talk a little bit later. So we are beefy. Now let's talk about our skills. Super fast. I will not go in details as always because it's like dance arena build in this channel, but we have all of these skills for the heals, right? I also had Forbidden Sanctuary, and it adds a really good amount of skill heal or damage potential to ourselves, but mana is really crucial right now in the arena. So I swapped it to something that will give a little bit more time for the curses. It's not optimal, this one is still the best one, but take it with a grain of salt because of the mana. Then you have all the main heal passives, and also we have Coic Barrier to decrease silence, duration, sleep and others. This one for max HP and MP, and this one for the mana regeneration. All the potential for heals and all protective passives as well. Now it's important, skills for the arena, the level of your skills are super important. I switched from there like 50k of heals during the arena match to 200 when I leveled up my heals to level 5. It's really important. For instance, level 3 it's only 570% and level 5 610%. It's a big difference. We are focusing fast damage, so a few skills for the fast damage, on debuffing enemy like mana burn, on healing our party mates and buffing them. So you are like full support with some window for really good damage potential. Look, first of all, of course we have Blessed Barrier and 2 of our heals. This is the main ones. Of course we always take Fountain of Life. On level 5, if you drop it under yourself, for the enemy it will be really hard to kill you. It's really huge, so you need to take it. And then you have shield. I prefer to use the single shield because it's much more heavier, like it's almost 1000% of base damage. It could be like from 2,000-3,000 to 5,000-6,000 if it's heavy attack. So I use it as a heal. It's faster, it's better for single target. Now, whom we need to overcome, right? We already talked about that. We need to overcome bow and wand users. other healers are much more easier to deal with. So to overcome these guys, we need to, and always arena will depend always on the party that you will get. But imagine you have the normal average party with the tank and damage dealer. They're not squishy 10,000 HP, PvP spec, which is not PvP. So you need to use staff abilities to overcome what bow have, right? So we're definitely using Victorious Energy. It's not a big thing, but we adding additional damage, we're adding additional crit hit chance, and we're adding additional cooldown speed reduction for all of our party members for 12 seconds each minute. It's not big, but sometimes it helps, right? You can use it only for yourself, but because you are not a damage dealer, it's better for the party. Now you also have the inner piece. It's a big thing which staffs have, because wherever you don't have mana, you just click on this thing and you not instant, but in 6 seconds you almost have the full mana. And it's big during the arenas, because the only counter thing that we can do for the bows to burn their mana. So let's talk about that. We have two skills. Burning time, this is the debuff, or it could be buff for the party mates. But here we're using two different skill specializations which will do the burning time. It has 90% chance to apply the weakness, which will drop for 9 seconds, each tick 46 mana. You can do it forever, each 16 seconds. And you also have Fireball Barrage. With specific specialization, mana burn, it will burn like 2,000-3,000 of MP for the enemy. During the long fights, you will use a lot of them, and you always use it on the healers. And even if you are losing during the match, during the long term, when the healer always without the mana, you can kill it super fast, and you also kill his teammates. It always, when you are fighting with the healers, you always switch targets and so on, right? So this is two skills which will differentiate our class Invocator from the bow users and make us win them. And you can win like 90% of the time with these two skills. Imagine you will switch it to something like Ice Spear or Ice Spear Bombardment. This thing looks small, but it's actually a big difference. And you have your attack skills, which is Lightning, super fast. The Fireball, 100%, you need that because it will decrease the healing potential, right? That's also our unique feature. And Lightning, because it's just big damage. Let's look at the specialization. And yeah, we're using the Chaotic Shield, and use that, please. When you have the crossbow users, when they will jump on you, just click the Q button and wait. You'll protect yourself from so big amount of damage, and you'll live through that. Now skill specializations. So what we have? From the wand, range increase for the clay salvation. We have 3 skills for the swift healing, because it's our main healing, and you will heal yourself, and you will heal 3 times, and you need range. And you have the Fountain of Life, it's just bigger. It's much more easier to stack it under your teammates when they fight. Burning time, so you take this one, it's mana burn, and I just like a little bit prolonged duration. More ticks for the mana burn. That's all for the wand. And now for the stuff. Full focused firebomb. You don't need this one, but I have some specialization points, so I use that. Chain lightning, you need at least 2 of these. It helps during the big fights. Fire barrage, so you need mana burn thing. This 2 helps to do more damage, which means more mana burn. The full-fledged buff for the Victorious Energy, and that basically all. You can drop this and 2 of these ones, and have Mass Shield here and additional mana in Fountain of Life, if you want to. So the basic fight will looks like the following. You are really beefy, 20,000 of HP. Enemy will jump on you and try to kill healer as fast as possible. So you buff your teammates and everybody before. Maybe you shield yourself, and then you look what is happening. So they will start to jump on you. Maybe you can press Q, block something, then they will stun you, so you live through stun. In the same time, your damage dealers are killing somebody else. So at some point of time when you will go off from the stun, you heal yourself in 1 tap, and they will switch. The enemies will switch from the healer because they can't kill you. It's like 20,000 of HP, a lot of endurance, so you can live through everything that they drop on you. And then you look which one of your party mates are dying. So you do the barrier on them and heal them. Then you drop the circle under, and then it's good time to start debuffing the healers. You drop the burning time, and you drop the fire barrage, then you keep healing, and then the next window you can do some damage. So you choose the target. It's really good if you have the window before that to drop the focused firebomb on some of the targets of your party mates because of the heal reduction. If you don't have window, the heals for your party mates are first priority, and in long fight, the mana burn is second priority. Only after that you're doing damage. So you focus your firebomb on somebody, and you drop just a few of your lightnings. Super fast, with the focused firebomb, and without the mana, healer can't heal it super hard, right? So you will kill it. As I told you, the stealth healers, the stealth bombers, or paladins are not super good healers, and they don't have others, right? And they're trying their best. But without the mana, they can't do anything, and they don't have so much potential for buffs as well. So figuring out, fighting with different random arena teams, I get to the point that the must-have ultimate mana burn setup. It's a must-have for us. In that case, we can win every class. We at least have chance. Without the mana burn, if you are against the bow and wand user, you can't win. This guy is just healing everything, and even you have huge damage dealers in your party, you're still losing. So you need to burn mana of these guys. That's the first priority after heals, right? And that's always, of course, depends on the party. In randoms, sometimes you have so squishy teammates, so they one-shot. Look at that. The enemy team is just one-shot few times in a row my party mate. So I can't do anything. And I'm not the damage dealer, right? I still have more damage than average bow user, but it's not comparable to proper damage dealer. So party makes sense. And party is important. But in the average situation, this class can win everything. So now let's talk about build itself. I will not go into details. You have so many different videos on my channel how to do the buildings, right? And you have the full-fledged from 1 to 7 steps to build your character from green to purple. So let's talk about the final results. And yes, you can change and swap weapons, and you can change and swap different pieces of the gear. The thing that you need to get is 70 strength, 30 fortitude. That's the must, right, for this class. Now let's talk about the overall. I have a 4-piece set of Ascendant because I want to have more heals and it helps for me. I really like it. You also can do 2 Ascendant piece and 2 Shock Commander piece for more beefiness, but that's what I choose. I will not go into details on each of the gear, you can check it. But mostly I'm stacking max HP, melee endurance and magic endurance. And my gear is cloth mostly, so I don't have a range endurance potential. So overall, one more time, I have about 22,000 of HP, 70 strength, 30 fortitude, which give us additional endurance, 100, big. For all of the magic, ranged and melee, we have perception with additional range, buff duration. And we have at least some wisdom for max mana and more mana regeneration. Now, runes. You want to have strength in the runes as well. The main point of the runes for yourself. So in weapons, in both of them, you are taking red, blue and yellow. Red, blue and yellow. You know what I did? I don't have them level 60, but I have some runes of this color in blue, in rare already. So you'll get 3 strengths and critical hit damage reduction. You will get then. You will level up and you will get this additional max HP and skill damage resistance and blah blah blah. But honestly, the synergy is the big one. Plus 3 strength from each weapon. That's what we get, right? So we're adding it here. It's much more easier with the gear and the runes to get 70 strength. You also have it in the rings. So in the rings you have the same red, blue, yellow, 2 of them, and you have max HP plus 600 and plus 2 strength from the synergy only. I don't have the rune effects like these ones. In real game they are lower, but I have the full synergy effects. For the necklace we have red, yellow and blue. We don't have options with strengths, so we're taking wisdom and max health. We're taking yellow, blue and red for the bracelet, so max health and attack speed. Always max health, right? And we're taking max health and movement speed from the belt, which is yellow, blue and red. Overall, huge damage reduction, huge defense and huge endurance. And it helps, as you see, it helps a lot to win the arena games. Look, I even can show you the funny thing. Even when you lose with this class, you're doing really great job. Look, I have 120k of heals, I have 170k of damage, bigger than one damage dealer and almost the same as the second damage dealer. And I'm healing as well, so their healer get more heals but 100,000 less of damage, right? And we still lose. So this class can do a lot of really good stuff when you know how to use it. And that's all. I hope you like the build. Again, my name is PLK. Please subscribe to the channel. Please share it with your friends and other invocators. Put in the comment below what other topics about Throne of Liberty or other games you want from me. And have a good one. I was happy to see you guys. See you. Bye.